Hi, this is Aaron Sullivan of Buzzabit Entertainment. Just wanted to show off a game I've been working on for a while here. It's called Snowball Touch. As you can see, this little snowball guy is our hero. Giving him a little nudge will move him in the direction you want him to, those four major directions. And hopefully it's intuitive enough. Also might notice that we have a 3D environment here, which makes for some pretty interesting level design later on in the game. The purpose of each stage is to find a way to reach the exit. And this can be accomplished in a number of ways. In this case, we have a simple maze. Notice that if we hold our finger down, Snowball continues to roll in that direction. This helps get your finger out of the way as you move so you can see what's going on. Made it. Now, these are easy stages in the beginning of the game. Some of you might have to figure this one out, take a couple tries, but most of you have probably seen games like this before. And you know that you want to be careful not to push those ice blocks in the way of the exit so you can get through. It's a nice easy ramp up for those of you who need it, but there's plenty of very challenging stages as you head further into the game. In this case, we can see one of the earlier challenges, and again, a little trickier than the last stage, but many of you have seen puzzles like this before. And so far these have been mostly 2D, but let me show you just a very small application where we need 3D. Again, this looks like we can solve it without going up and down, but those patches are ice patches there, and that direct access that looks like we can get to the exit really isn't direct access at all because we can't move in that direction while we're sliding. So we're going to have to find a way up and around to get to that exit. Now our character is a snowball, so rolling up snow is going to make him much, much larger, as you can see. And this has some benefits, but it also has downsides. For instance, you now can't fit into this exit. Huh. Now here's another stage where we introduce a new element here in the corner. Something I'm not going to tell you about right now. But this is more interesting. We have a snowball here, not a living snowball like our main character, but a regular snowball. And I can roll that around by just tilting the iPhone. Notice that little indicator in the corner, helping to know exactly when it's going to tilt so I don't do it by accident. Now, tilting one snowball is interesting, but it gets more interesting when you add a whole bunch of them. And in this case, you can't just roll one. You have to roll them all at once. So that causes some interesting problems when you're trying to figure out how to get by them. Again, notice the indicators to help you know exactly what you're going to do so you don't make mistakes. In a puzzle game, that's really important. I'm not going to solve this one for you either. Now here's a stage with some buttons on the floor. And these buttons are used to open up the exit when it's covered with the stone bear head. So I'm going to try to roll across these. You notice that I roll on them and they kind of go down and then back up again. I'm going to need to press them all at once. So I'll move these snowballs over by tilting the iPhone. And notice the exit opens up. So I'll head in. And we have a problem. Because Snowball's pressing that last button, and as soon as he moves off it, we're going to have to find a different solution to that one. When creating these stages, I wanted to make sure that there wasn't a lot of walking around and not doing anything. So some of these stages are really compact. But even any small stages like this one, getting those three balls onto those three different buttons to open that exit, I think if you think about it, you'll realize it's not that easy. Now here we have another example of a 3D stage you really couldn't accomplish in a 2D puzzle game. Definitely takes a different way of thinking and takes some getting used to, but in a fun way. To just show a couple of other items in the game, we have spiders. Spiders really don't like you. And they don't give you a lot of room to move around either. Notice in the far right corner there's a lever over there. There's boulders. And penguins. Penguins are stubborn. As far as challenge goes, this particular stage here, I left it and came back to it after a while. Ended up taking me over an hour to figure it out again. that's just about all I wanted to show you right now. Still working on this game. It's just down to me right now programming it. Used to have my brother Brian help me out. And my brother Sean did the music, so we got kind of a three-brother thing going on here. But anyway, hope to see you at Buzzabit.com. Leave some feedback.